Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Trilby's Notes. Now in the last episode, we experienced quite a few flashbacks. We witnessed the flashback of the slave, who had essentially carved the idol from the last two games, and we learned that the wood is in fact possessed by the spirit of this demon, the tall-looking man in a black cloak and white face. We also learned that he's been messing with Trilby as well as lately. We also learned that Siobhan had deducted his identity, which probably wasn't all that hard to figure out if you put things together. We were attacked by the tall man in question, and when we fought back, we accidentally knocked out Siobhan in the process. So when we went back into our room, because I forgot to grab her bag and read the notes, we learned that she had disappeared. And then we experienced a vision of Jack Freehorn, who apparently had owned a harpsichord before it had been turned into a crate. Alright, and so there's another page here, so I'm going to go ahead and take page. Victim 3, Freehorn. The third man who desired judgment was Freehorn, who had bought from those who made luxuries with the wood that was the prince's soul. The prince came and struck down the lover of Freehorn, and Freehorn knew the name of the king. And Freehorn said, "I know you now, O prince, who was the arrogant man, and I anticipate your wish, and I will devote myself to spreading the teachings you have brought me and the love of our king." And the prince was satisfied, and Freehorn called all those who would listen, and they formed an order of blessed agonies that would work to redeem the follies of the men of technology. Well, it did say he had gone to form a cult. Open door. And so now we need to go touch the unicorn. That is exactly what we need to do, but that sounds kind of odd. Especially considering, you know, the context of this game. Alright, so we're here, we're gonna take a pill. I took another pill and waited for the anxiety to lift, but it did not. To my unending concern, I realized that the decay of the alternate hotel had spared, either to me or the pills, and they no longer worked. I had to find a way to restore their effect, or at least another method of calming myself. From somewhere to the east, I heard a familiar sound of a door being unlocked. Linkman? Linkman, wait! Alright, so what we're gonna want to do is now we're gonna want to take this meat. I tore off a lump of meat to take with me. If I came up against anything hostile and carnivorous in this place, it would help to have something other than myself to offer it. Open door. Look, room. What had once been a kitchen was now some kind of torture room. I find myself wondering whether it was used for extracting information or merely to entertain the alternate hotel's hellish proprietor. Look, table. The preparation counters were spattered with the blood of the poor wretch occupying the central surface. Look, window. The sole window looked out on an orange-tinted backyard in a state of advanced disrepair. Can we open the door? The emergency door refused to budge. It appeared to be jammed. So the only way to go down is this way. Open door. Look around. The grimy cellar had been abandoned for some time. A large section of the floor was worn away. The worn-down area had been conquered by a swarm of greasy black beetles. So, I can already tell you that if we do that, we will be eaten. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to get as close as I can, and then use the meat that we grabbed. Look, skeleton. At least 2 individuals had met with sticky ends down here. One of them almost been picked clean by the beetles. The other I noticed was heavily decayed except for its hand, which was fresh and pink. I wondered if this had something to do with the puddle of water it was lying in. Look, puddle. In the far corner of the room was a puddle of water, created by drips from above. It had a curious color to it, and the drops seemed to glow with their own illumination. The liquid was having a strange effect on a nearby corpse. Look, hand. Okay. What you want to do is use pills with water. Okay, hold on. Take water. It was almost as if the water was drawing me to it. Not like a scrabbling thing in my mind, like the chisel or the painting, but more like a beckoning siren. I couldn't help myself. I crouched down and dipped my hand in. It felt uncommonly refreshing, and I brought up to my lips, my unhygienic surroundings forgotten. As a pleasant feeling of simultaneous coolness and warmth spread from my stomach, I realized that the water had some sort of rejuvenating effect. I had no explanation for this, but at the time I didn't care. I was beginning to feel in the back of my mind the familiar tickling sensation that indicated a reality shift, so I swiftly scooped up a few drops of the liquid into my pill bottle, shaking it through the remaining pills. And then we're back here. Ooh la la. Look, room. The hotel cellar was lit up by a single spotlight and seemed to almost be completely bare except for some dusty cardboard crates and a wine rack. Look, rack. The wine rack was severely understocked. The hotelier had no doubt been meaning to refill it. Only one bottle remained, a dusty green one. Take bottle. I saw no reason to take it. Take bottle. Fine, fuck you. Why put it there if I can't take it? And now we're back in the hotel. Look, room. The hotel kitchen was deserted and completely sterile. Whatever had happened to the staff, it had happened before they had started preparing dinner. Open fridge. I had no interest in the hotel's food storage. Well darn. Open door. What you want to do is open the door. Oh, Terry, it's you. Have you seen Siobhan? I was about to ask you that. What did you do to the girl? I hope you don't intend to seduce her away from my service. Abed, I need you to understand. You and I and Siobhan are all in critical danger. There's something evil in this hotel, and it's closing in fast. Mr. Relby, I've been over this hotel several times. Apart from us, there's absolutely nothing here. Please keep your fairy stories in the playroom where they belong. Fine, whatever. Okay. Talk about unicorn. How about that? Okay. Talk to a bed about unicorn. How about that? Do you know anything about an inn called the Unicorn? Ah, you noticed my shingle. I picked it up as a curiosity at an antique fair a couple of years ago. Dates all the way back to the Elizabethan period, from what I understand. But I can't find a buyer for the damn thing. Don't suppose you have any clients who might go for it? Possibly. Do I have your permission to examine it? Of course. I may have to touch it to assess the texture. By all means do so. As long as you're not going to test its strength over your knee or anything. Alright, so now you won't freak out. So let's touch shingle. Since that's what it was, apparently, not a placard. The shingle's design was a simple one of a unicorn's head in half profile, painted with average ability on dark oak backing. As I pressed my fingertips to it, however, the design seemed to extrude from its backing, like a hologram, seemed to draw closer until my vision was filled with wood grain and mediocre brushstrokes. I could vaguely detect the professor speaking to me on the very edge of hearing, but by the time I realized it, I was already gone. Somewhere in Wales, July 28th, 1581. Owen Somerset, a traveling merchant, was on his way back to his wife and family in London, having concluded some business dealings in Serrington. Somerset. Now that's a name that should be familiar to us, considering the last game. Caught suddenly by a summer storm, he spied an inn by the side of the road and marveled at his good fortune. "Faith, 'tis an evil storm that blights the sky tonight. I must have the Almighty on my side to find myself so close to an inn as it broke out. Aye, perhaps." The innkeeper seemed quite taciturn, but Owen was in a good mood and was determined for it to not leave him. It was probably too late to continue writing. Even if the storm cleared, Owen decided to inquire after a room for the night. Ask about room. Okay. Ask man about room. Good evening, sir. Would it be possible to secure a bed for the night? Be a wiser man than I. Go from this place and never return. What? There's a curse upon this inn. I will not have an innocent doomed to the same fate as I. Ask about room. I have plenty of gold to pay for my board. The devil cannot be bought off, my friend. What devil? What is the nature of this curse? This inn was built by my father 20 years ago. From the wood of a fallen oak, he stumbled upon an island north of here. He noticed human bones scattered around, but did not heed them. This inn has been a curse on our bloodline ever since. Madness and death claim those who stay here. This time last year, it claimed my father. Soon, I am certain, it shall claim me. Okay, ask man about curse. So why do you remain? I do not believe in fleeing from the mistakes of the past. If the Almighty wills that my family must pay for our errors, then this I accept. But I will not see another suffer for our sins. Leave now before the shadows take you. Sir, I have little patience for fables, and even less for writing after sundown in the middle of a downpour. Lend me a room, and I shall take the responsibility for my own well-being. You will insist? Not only will I insist, but I will pay whatever price you ask. Go then, take the upstairs room, and if you remain by the morn, you shall pay nothing at all. Isn't that ominous? Open door. Up. Okay. Look. Room. The guest room of the Unicorn was a little bare, but quite functional. 2 beds and a dresser were the only furniture, and a set of stairs was the only exit. Okay, let's go to sleep. Owen lay himself down, intending only to test the bed's softness, but in his exhaustion, he quickly succumbed to sleep. In the early hours of the morning, something jolted Owen from his slumber. A piercing sound? No. A piercing smell. Take sheet, because if you look in the corner, we can see smoke. Owen took the sheet with him, presumably for comfort. Well, he might have, but I'm an eagle eye and I remember. Fire. Look at fire. A blaze had been set before the front door. By whom? The innkeeper? Use sheet on fire. What in God's name? Oh God, it's him, the innkeeper. What kind of... Who could have... Once again, I returned, disoriented from my vision. I was closing in on the source of the madness. The innkeeper had said that wood had come from a tree on an island. Could that have been Clan Brown Island? Given what I was seeing, it seemed a valid, if worrying, possibility. Besides that, it seemed that I had no other leads, so what would I do now? I was determined to not let the trail end there. There was only just a single clue. Well, there's one right there. It's another page, so we're going to take it. Trilby, I know you are following a trail. Go to the roof if you wish to proceed. Linkman. Victim 2. The Innkeeper. The second man who desired judgment was the innkeeper, who had bought the wood of the tree and built from it his house. The prince came to him and his guest, and he struck the innkeeper down, and the innkeeper knew the name of the king. The prince turned to the innkeeper's guest, and he said, You I shall not let live. For once before have I made this warning, and still my soul aches with what is done to the wood that is my soul. And I will spare no man who injures me in this way. And the innkeeper's guest knew the name of the king. So, has it been Linkman who has been giving us these pages? Since that was the message? Open door. So what he wants is for us to go to the roof. But what's this? There's a leg. Look, desk. The reception desk. A porcelain leg lay upon the desktop. Take leg. I took the leg with me. Porcelain leg. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see. I'm looking for a bed. Okay, open door. There he is. Okay, look at a bed. Ebed sat in the bar, somewhat the worse for drink. He appeared to be staring fixedly at a disembodied porcelain head in front of him. Talk to a bed about the inn that we just visioned. Professor, I don't want to talk to you anymore. If you're not going to give me a drink, you can shove off. Alright, so now we need that bottle. Making me go razzle-frazzing all over the place. I just taken the bottle. Open door. And there we go. Take bottle. I took the wine. Perhaps this would appease the drunken professor upstairs. Damn straight. Up. We're in evil zone. Open door. Take pill. Booyah. Open door. Professor? Where he's gone now. I know where he's gone. So, if you're wondering what the soda is for, this is what the soda is for. Drink soda. I took a swig of the beverage. I could almost feel the caffeine starting to heat up my brain. So, that happens, and we open the door, and boom, instantly we are taken into this world. And so we want to open the door again. Oh god, no. He shifted. Look at a bed. A bed's drunken misery had caused him to shift into the dark hotel. The jolly man of whom I had grown fond lay decapitated on the floor. With Siobhan's disappearance, I was now truly alone. The professor had known nothing of the horror. He was blameless and ignorant of any matter involving Defoe Manor or the cursed idol, but it seemed my dark captor cared little for these facts. Why haven't you killed me too, you skinny bastard? If you can do it so easily, so quickly, why won't you face me? In a display of warped sense of humor, the porcelain head was sitting where Abed's old one had been. Take head. I pulled the head out of the stump, trying not to think about the wet cracking noise this caused. Well, that was gross. Open door. Take pill. Took another pill. I already know where most of the stuff we're looking for is. Open door. And see, there's another leg. Take leg. And I took the leg. So we've got a porcelain head and 2 legs. Open door. And where we next want to go is outside. The only other time that you're going to go outside is to get this arm. Again, doesn't tell you, there's no inclination. At this point, you're just exploring. This probably would have been a good time to have like a lighter puzzle and something. I don't know. Just take arm. Just bothers me a little bit. Open. Of course I wasn't close enough. Okay, so I believe the only other place for us to go is our room. I mean, we're gonna head up to the roof, of course, but we'll just save ourselves some trouble and get everything that we need to. Believe if we go up here, we will see that there is that. Yes, there's a door up there. Okay, open door. And there's the other arm. Take arm. And I took the arm with me. Open door. So we pretty much have a whole bunch of items, porcelain items. So now we are at the roof. Open door. The door was either stuck or locked. Well, I know what's going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick step out. Boom. I'm gonna take a drink, or no, not take. Drink soda. Okay, so I've taken a drink of soda, and okay, we're gonna go ahead and call the episode here because there's only enough time to get halfway through the finale, and I can guarantee you the next episode will be the finale where we wrap up the complete mystery of the game. Anyway, guys, hope you had fun, and I hope to see you in the terrifying conclusion of the game. Take care for now. Bye bye.